What happened to my job? Hello, LinkedIn community. It's Laylee again. During the last micro talk, I asked you to share your stories about the state of your work. We're busy reviewing your submissions and we'll be in touch regarding interviews shortly. So please keep them coming and please continue to stay connected. Today, I'd like to talk about a time not so long ago when the world experienced a similar state of affairs as we are experiencing now. And keep in mind, this was a moment when, as a species, we had not yet created a parallel virtual reality. Technology as we know it today did not exist. That time was the roaring 20s of the last century. Most of us were not alive back then, but we can certainly take ourselves back to those times and learn a few things. So what happened? In the fall of 1931, F. Scott Fitzgerald, in an essay wrote, and I quote, "Somebody had blundered, and the most expensive orgy in history was over," unquote. He wrote that his friends were living beyond their means. They knew it, and they didn't care. This was 2 years after the stock market crash of October 1929 that wiped out millions of investors and sent 25% of the population to the unemployment lines. I imagine that the same feelings of anxiety and vulnerability that exist today existed then. We're certainly not going there. That would be going backwards. So although we're not roaring with boozy elation like folks did leading up to the crash, we can take a page or two from that time to learn from past decadence, opulence, greed, and most importantly, a rampant disregard for the common worker. Just as was the case then, such circumstances of inequity are problematic from many angles. If you don't have the opportunity to work from home and you depend on daily human interaction, you are being disproportionately affected. And while it may seem somewhat inconsequential for the very short term, most people feel anxious about how long this may last. Alternatively, if you're still working and don't have the anxiety of work loss, you're being asked to risk your health by going to work. There is anxiety in that as well. But I love my work, you say, or I need to work for my livelihood. What I say is this: what if you could do both? Love what you do and make a living, not opulent or hoarding or living beyond your means. Performing tasks while communicating a purpose and earning a wage of some kind is what a job should be. Staying true to community and spiritual values. Last time, we spoke about feeling an end to the way we have been accustomed to work, including everything from who we do it with or for, what we do, when we do it, where we do it, and how we do it. Perhaps now is the time to begin going deep inside, to try and answer the questions that we asked earlier. Who am I, and what is my work? I think regardless of whether you've experienced a job loss or loss of hours, or if you're going to work and risking your health, we can all consider these same questions. Vulnerable is the current state of our workforce and our work, and not only for those living paycheck to paycheck. And the work that we do on a local, national, and global level doesn't seem to be distributed proportionally or equally across races or genders. If you're feeling vulnerable about your current employment status, and you've always had a dream to do something other than what you've been doing, or if you're currently doing the work that you love in this environment, I'd like to interview you for an upcoming podcast. Please contact me either on this LinkedIn platform or via email, Laylee, Leili, .eggball, EGHBAL, @me.com. And please stay tuned for more information on the Community Infotainary, a new communication environment format I've built where people can find real, thoughtful, verifiable, and actionable information, entertainment, and documentary. Until next time, practice listening, gratitude, and compassion.